If you move to the next tab, the single budget focus, you will see a breakdown. So you will see I have filtered to a Department of Economic Development, and it is filtered so that you can see the programs that are within that department. Just by looking at this screen, the number at the end of each bar is the total program cost. For the Business Licensing and Economic Data Management program, I have clicked on that top blue bar so that you can see the breakdown of revenue, personnel, and non-personnel allocated to that particular program. So all you need to do is click on a blue bar to take you into a deeper level of understanding for what goes into that total program cost. To change the way that you view your data, you can click on the button to the top left. That is our restacking button. What I mean by restacking is you can choose how you want to filter through your data. So the example that you see here is filtered by program name is top level, then the cost type, and then the user group and department. That user group and department is typically synonymous, so I put them both there that you could see that both are options. But what you see from the example here is I have clicked on both personnel and non-personnel under that program, and you can see the departments and or user groups that have allocated to that program. In this example, we are looking at the economic development data, and that is the department that has allocated to that program. There are other ways for you to utilize this stack level, and these are a couple of recipes. So ways that we have found clients have enjoyed utilizing the stack level. One way is to put their resource alignment at the top level. That way you can see within your department or departments or user groups what falls into each of the quartiles. So by moving quartile to the top, program name to the next level, you can then click into each one of those big blue bars to see what programs make up your, for instance, quartile 2 total cost there. So there's, in this example, $34.9 million in quartile 2. By clicking on that to expand out, you would be able to see all the programs that make up that quartile 2 total number. Another way to look at this is if you have gone through the insights exercise to apply insights to your programs, you will see that you can move that to the top level. Here we call it program comments. So you would move program comments to the top, program name second, and then you could put any other data that you'd like to filter down into below that. But that way, if you have gone through this exercise, you can identify any programs that meet those particular insights or comments for your organization. So a service level increase, you could then click on that and see every program marked for service level increase. Same for cost recovery, partnerships, etc. Another way to utilize the single budget focus is to hover over the high level blue bar so that a gear icon appears. By clicking on that gear, it will pull up a box with 5 tabs. The first tab is again to review that program insight or comment. So if you have already assigned an insight or comment, you can review it here to confirm that it is in fact what you wanted it to be. You can also change it here. So if you wanted to change from a service level decrease to a program efficiency, you could do that here, explaining how to do it in the box to the right. The second tab is your program cost summary. So this will show all of the costs or all of the line items that have been allocated to your program, whether that's a personnel cost, a non-personnel cost, or any programmatic revenue. So this will give you the breakdown of where that came from within your budget. The third is the program cost charts. This will show you all of the different departments, functions, funds that have contributed to your program. So for this specific example, we see that the fund is all one fund, but we have 2 separate functions that have contributed to this program. 3 different positions, and then the non-personnel costs, again, just 1. As a super user, this functionality will be really interesting and insightful for your citywide programs to see who all has contributed and what departments have contributed to each of your programs. And then the fourth tab is your scoring overview. So you will be able to see the individual final scores for your basic program attributes and your results. You will also see your alignment and your final score. Another thing that you can do from the single budget focus is if you scroll down the page, you will see a set of filters. The filters start high level and work into more specifics. So from this high level, you can filter to a specific user group or department, a specific fund, or actually type in and find a program. The next level is to filter by your overall alignment or specific alignment to one result. So on the left, you'll see overall alignment with priorities, most, more, less, and least. And then to the right, you'll see individual priority focus. So you can filter by a specific result or priority or the overall final score alignment. The bottom filter are predetermined questions that help you filter into your programs. So these are utilizing your basic program attributes in specific ways to pull a new list of programs for you to review. These are called our policy questions, and they are listed to the right with the parameters that will show up in the first two tables. So for instance, right now we're showing mandate and population served, but if you clicked on that first policy question over provided to mandated service, you will see the table on the left will update to a mandate of 4. It is highly mandated. And then the low relevance will be those programs that scored and fell into quartiles 3 and 4. Those two parameters will pull a list of programs for you to review. Once you have applied those filters, if you go to the tab Program Table, you will see that those filters have also applied to that table. You can, from here, copy the table or download it in any one of the formats that is most relevant for you. So you can see at the bottom, we have filtered to those programs that are less aligned or least aligned with your overall priorities. And those are the programs that are filtered into the table above. The third tab is the Expense and Revenue tab. If your program has both expenses and revenue allocated to it, the breakdown will show in this table. This is going to be a great tool as you start to think about the cost recovery opportunities for those programmatic insights and comments.